away by the keeper. Free kick was awarded to Rangers. Charlie Miller impeded. David Robertson has moved away down the left-hand side. He's signalling for the ball, but Petric plays it short. Today was the 83rd Premier Division meeting between the clubs. Aberdeen still have that upper hand from the Alec Ferguson days. 34 wins to Rangers 25, with 23 of the games drawn. In fact, I think Craig Moore scored the winner in October. It was Rangers' first win here in half a dozen visits. They're not finding it easy this afternoon, but they're in the lead by a goal to nil. In comes Shearer, and that's another great chance. Well, Billy Dodge missed one in the first half, and the opportunity opened up there. The Rangers defence caught, and that was a real opportunity. Andy Gorham had come out to narrow things.
Tremendous chance. I think he's actually maybe taking it with his wrong foot. But Duncan Shearer, great goal scoring record. You'd expect him to at least hit the target there. A mistake caused by Petric missing the through ball. These are the games where Aberdeen must take their opportunities. If not, then you could see Rangers scoring again.
And there's a chance on now for Gascoigne. He topples to the ground, and that's a free kick just outside the area. Well, Stephen Glass is being called over. Gascoigne was certainly breaking clear, but lots of players around him. It is a yellow card that's shown. Of course, had he been the last defender, he would have been off the field. Stephen Glass certainly seemed to be involved in that challenge, but it was Grant that was called over by the referee. But it's a free kick in any case, and this could be a real chance for the likes of Gascoigne to finish it off. McLaren's there as well. So it's Gascoigne who hits it, but it's deflected behind for the corner. Still forward, and so too is Moore and Petric. And comes McCall, and Michael Watts happy to let that one drop behind for the goal kick. That was possibly a case of mistaken identity there, Charlie.
I think right there. I seen you could see the worry in Stephen Glass's face. I did feel that Brian Grant was going to be in a good covering position to get to Gascoigne. For me, it was definitely Stephen Glass who's made the challenge.
Here come Aberdeen now. It's Joe Miller. Petric tries to save the corner and does so. It's a little bit scrappy out there, but it's good play by Charlie Miller. And that's Rangers' ball. Well, the game certainly doesn't have the flow to it that the match between Aberdeen and Celtic did a number of weeks ago when we were here. But we always suspected this would be a real battle this afternoon. That's the way it's turned out to be. Rangers lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne from the penalty spot in the 32nd minute. Craig there, just in front of Roy Aitken, exhorting his troops trying to get through. Petric just gets a touch. There's McCall, who's worked ever so hard for Rangers in midfield, trying to steer that ball through, but the offside flag had gone up against Ian Ferguson. Edwin trying to get forward, but quickly closed down. Gascoigne digs in. Well, Edwin reacts angrily there as play goes on. The referee goes in to separate the two players. But Edwin looked very unhappy there. The challenge by Gascoigne. And Hugh Dallas nipped in. Play was still going on. Just tell him to calm down. To Rangers, ball coming off line Grant. David Robertson can employ the long throw, but no real target in the middle for him to hit. But good running by him, however, the flag is up on the far side. Such a burst of pace from him. But again, when you look at that, I think his pace goes against him at times, doesn't it?
I think that's sometimes that is a problem for Robertson. He's so quick. But the understanding between Laudrup and Robertson is superb. I mean, obviously, Robertson's mainly always a runner, and Laudrup the thinker in the occasions, but his timing around is normally spot on.
Well, Aberdeen have got themselves a free kick. It's played out to Paul Bernard, and pound signing from Oldham. It's Joe Miller. Well, claims for use of an arm there by Gascoigne, but again, Hugh Dallas was well placed and he shakes his head. Certainly in fairness to Gascoigne, the ball was driven against him. A header there from McLaren with Booth coming in.
Aberdeen, they must raise the tempo. I think they want a bit more urgency about their play now. They've got to get the ball to Miller in particular. I think Miller is the type of guy who can create something and give them a bit of hope, because if not, Rangers are just going to play it and dictate the game at their pace. I think Joe Miller is capable of doing something, given the ball.
And another goal by Rangers, and it'll be curtains, no doubt about that. Again, if Rangers can keep achieving these results, well, the skipper is injured. Richard Goff still to come back for the run-in. They're going to be very difficult to topple indeed. But the referee now wants to work with Duncan Shearer, who has spoken out of turn.
I think the situations for this year, I mean, I stood up for Gascoigne in the first half, and I heard Jim McGilvery back in the studio saying that we possibly book him too. But I think this is the issue that we're all wanting. We would like referees to turn around after the game and say the reason why, and that would help us and make it all clear.
It's Robertson there, going in solidly. He's got support from McCall. Waits for the referee to get out of the way, and that one just curls away at the last moment. Terrific effort. And he had to delay that effort because the referee, you can see there, was in his way, and the ball just turned away at the last moment. Tremendous effort by Stuart McCall.
Oh, but we were right behind it. It looked as if it was going in and just fades out in the last second. But a good run again, powerful run from Robertson, and good support from McCall. Great shot.
It's a header from Petric. Sound clearance at all by Michael Watt. Just 8 shutouts this season, 5 of them here at Pittodrie. It's Windus who plays the long one forward. And Goram, there's plenty of time, and there was plenty of cover there as well. McLaren and Petric look comfortable.
That's a position I don't think Aberdeen management want to see Dean Windass. He's a player who does run forward well. We really want to see him up supporting the forwards rather than as deep as that.
Charlie Miller claims for handball, and he gets it. The line's going to immediately raise the flag. Smith isn't happy, but a free kick now to Rangers, just outside the area. So Aberdeen living dangerously at the moment, and Rangers pushing forward, likes of Petric and McLaren and Moore, giving them a bit of fight up there. Gascoigne laid on a goal like this for Petric at Kirkcaldy a couple of months back. He's played away to that far area again, but what gets it away? Only as far as Petric. Now it's David Robertson. John Brown. Again from Robertson, away by Irvine. This is Bernard for Aberdeen. Michael dithering a bit there, and eventually forced to send the ball out of play. Well, Aberdeen just don't seem to have the stomach for battle at the moment. They can't quite get their game together, and Rangers looking more and more powerful as the match goes on. And here's McCall. Digs in hard, and it's out of play, and it's Rangers' ball. Charlie Miller there looked to me as if he'd been pushed just outside the area, but the referee allows play to go on. And it's simply a free kick against Moore. Foul there on the Aberdeen substitute Scott Booth. And this will be a booking for Craig Moore. Taken right out of the play.
Simply too much skill for Craig Moore there. Showed him the ball and just wrong-footed him. Deserves a booking.
So he picks up his third yellow card of the season. Rangers, like Celtic now, will have to watch the bookings. Players like David Robertson and Gordon Petric sitting as 6 yellow cards apiece, with suspension looming. Again, I mentioned earlier the number of players that Rangers have had to use this season, and they'll certainly need them all in this run-in. From Aberdeen, still searching for the equaliser. Joe Miller who sends it back across. It's away by Moore, only as far as Windus. He hit a good one earlier, and that was another powerful shot, but I think it's Petric who got in the way of that one. But the break's on now for Rangers. It's 3 against 2 here. It's Charlie Miller playing it across to Laudrup. Ferguson's with him. Still it's Laudrup. Aberdeen trying to get players back. Great skills again by Laudrup. But in the end, just too much for him to do. But initially in that break, it was 3 Rangers players against 2 Aberdeen defenders. Ferguson. Gascoigne, he's held there again. He looks quite disgusted by it all. There's no doubt about it, every time he gets the ball, the players all around him. And he does tend to suffer from that. That's a nice ball by Laudrup. It's played in by Moore. See Laudrup taking the ball away from Booth. Just fails to send it back through to him, but Rangers have the throw just in the line of the penalty area. Laudrup working hard. Rangers looking for just another bit of magic from him, or from Gascoigne, who's on the ball. Billy Dodds, good play by him. There's a lot to do here, look, and Claren responds well. By Gascoigne, runs onto the return there, but the flag is up just below us, and it's a free kick to Rangers, an offside decision. This is Moore, through for Laudrup, challenged there by Glass. But, the decision goes the other way. Meanwhile, Tommy Craig is angrily making a point. Well, the referee's already been over to speak to the Aberdeen management team. Rangers getting on with the game. It's Gascoigne. Put off by Miller. Gascoigne again. Ferguson and Miller. It's Ferguson, in fact, who got it back to Gascoigne. Ferguson and Miller on the right-hand side there of the penalty area. And the ball eventually played back to Paul Gascoigne. This is Stephen Glass now for Aberdeen. Petric, and that comes in now, and it's Craig Moore, who just gets it away from the danger area. This is Booth, and the early cross away by Petric. Now it's Gascoigne. Holding up the ball nicely, waiting for Craig Moore. Charlie Miller's through the middle, here's Laudrup, Robertson's wide. Play through for Miller, and right at the goalkeeper. Well, Laudrup had options here. He had Miller just ahead of him. He had David Robertson to the left, and he opted to send it through to Charlie Miller, who couldn't finish off. So we're midway through this second half here at the Tawdry. Rangers continue to lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne from the penalty spot after 32 minutes. Here's Stephen Glass. Watched carefully by David Robertson. He's under pressure there, and it's a free kick against Shearer. There's a Rangers player, in fact Paul Gascoigne, who was on the ground there. He seemed to have taken a knock. But, you see the incident there that led to the free kick being awarded against Duncan Shearer. And while Gascoigne's back on his feet.
I think looking at Gaza, he seems to be keeps stretching his hamstrings here. I think the thing that we said about half-time, he was warming up in the tunnel area. I think that's probably the reason he's been doing that, because he keeps stretching his hamstrings.
So Van Vossen was warming up on the far side. So the Rangers about to make a change. So the Juventus. Have the free kick. And there is Peter Van Vossen. It's headed away by McCall. Picked up by Miller, Joe Miller. They're given away though. Olivio is with him. Well, here's Ian Ferguson. Laudrup just ahead of him. That's perfectly weighted for Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup going through. He topples on the edge of the box. And the referee shakes his head. No penalty. Challenge was right on the edge of the area. It's Aberdeen now trying to counter-attack. It was Laudrup who got Rangers a penalty in the first half, but the referee wasn't interested there at all. This is Glass, and it's Dodge challenging. And this is Craig Moore getting away. It's Gascoigne, shadowed all the way by Irvin. That's a free kick to Rangers. A great ball played through to Laudrup, just on the edge of the area, and I think the referee, when you see that replay, my gut feeling was it wasn't a penalty, and when you see that, I think Laudrup made the most of it.
Yeah, well, I think he's just trying to involve the goalkeeper. It was so tight with the defender, Gary Smith, and in fairness, the keeper and Smith have done well. I think he's called the right decision.
Floated in by Petric. Off by Windus. This is Glass. Long one now for Dodge to chase. McLaren's with him. And McLaren does extremely well under pressure. Craig Moore loses out. That's Scott Booth. It's behind, and it's a goal kick. Well, Booth was claiming that the ball had come off McLaren. And the Aberdeen fans are unhappy. Dawson is still over there, waiting to come on. Evans header. Patrick comes across to take command of that situation. It's a free kick against Charlie Miller. Aberdeen starting to come back into it a little bit, starting to push forward a bit more. As long as it's at 1-0, they certainly have a chance. This is swept away by McLaren. Oh, this could finish it all off. A great turn there by Laudrup. Getting away from Gary Smith, going wide of the goalkeeper. Oh, and that's a tremendous save by Michael Watt. But still, Laudrup's there. The chance for Gascoigne. Well, they wanted to walk it into the net. They should really have put that one away. Well, can you believe it? Laudrup first of all, and then Gascoigne. Millions of pounds worth of talent. Both with a great chance to put it away. Perhaps over-elaborating. I mean, the goalkeeper did do well here, but I expect Laudrup to score. And Gascoigne really, I think, wanted to walk this one right into the back of the stand, through the net. All he had to do was put it away there, but ran it behind. And still Aberdeen are in the hunt. I think Rangers pay the penalty here. And Alan McLaren is absolutely furious with Gordon Petrich, and the defenders are having words with one another. So Walter Smith and Upton up to be furious. That's a chance to finish it all off. And here's Gascoigne. Holding off the challenge of Bernard. Robertson's racing there just ahead of him. Laudrup through the middle. And the free kick is awarded. And Paul Bernard is being called over by the referee. Holding on all the way there to Paul Gascoigne.
Well, they've certainly had their chances, Rangers. Gascoigne, a great run. Teasing Bernard constantly doing it on that run. But Rangers certainly had their chances and should have finished this game off by now. They're going to end up with the 3 points today. They've all of themselves to blame.
So the yellow card is shown. It's 7 bookings we've had this afternoon. 4 to Rangers, 3 to Aberdeen. Rangers lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne from the penalty spot in the first half. Well, the referee's involved again, and now Gary Smith is being yellow carded. So it takes a tally to 8. He's obviously spoken out of turn. Van Bossen still waiting to come on as Gascoigne runs forward to hit this one. He never quite caught it properly. Walter Smith is not a happy man. And the referee and the linesman over on that far side, Kevin Visit from Inverness, are having a tough time from both management teams this afternoon.
Yeah, I think he's made a couple of decisions, the linesman, and confused even Hugh Dallas. Never mind the dugouts.
This is Reingrant. By Bernard. Pushes forward. It's Grant. Right towards Andy Gorham up, and no problem. The Rangers keep up, and a long one from him for Laudrup to chase. 1-on-1 here. So Gary Smith, who does well under pressure. Now it's Glass. Through now towards Dean Windass. Solidly challenged there by Moore. It's a throw into Aberdeen, just in line with the penalty area. It's McLaren again. He's played solidly. He's hard to let defence this afternoon. McLaren. Now it's Robertson showing a tremendous pace, and really Brian Grant just ran in front of him there in the hope of stopping him, but well, the referee was stepped in and awarded a free kick the other way.
Using his experience there, Brian Grant, been about for a long time now. Robertson's pace is just, He's uncatchable at times, especially for people like Brian Grant, using his head.
And then McLaren's above them all. Says Dodds. There's more urgency now about Aberdeen. And the Dons must realise they're lucky still to be in this match. The Rangers could have finished them off. They haven't. And Aberdeen can still do some damage. As they push more players forward, they're more susceptible, of course, to the break from Laudrup. He's just sitting up there inside his own half, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the long ball to be played out of defence. First time clearance from Petric. Gascoigne does well. This is Laudrup. There's absolutely no support though. And the free kick goes Rangers' way. And Joe Miller, as you can see, is not happy. Certainly he appears to be being held. A bit of wrestling going on. And Hugh Dallas decides it's Rangers' ball. Going as well forward and signalling for it. Well, handball against Ian Ferguson.
Rangers just solid in midfield now, Jerry, just trying to stop Aberdeen getting any fluency in their play at all. Push Gascoigne up front with Laudrup, and just now hoping that they can hit them in the break.
And a few seasoned pros out there this afternoon as well to guide them through. People like Stuart McCall, who's come back in after injury, who's having an outstanding match, and so too is McLaren. And John Brown sitting in there at the back, using all of his experience. But there's still just a one goal in it. Anything can happen yet. And almost broke for Billy Dodds. Again, it's McLaren who clears. And Gascoigne digs in hard. So the delight of the Rangers fans just below us. Again, there's no hurry to return the ball. Some difficulty here. This is Bernard. It's Dodds. Bernard again. Aberdeen with plenty of players forward, but it's Robertson who gets it away. It's picked up by Laudrup. He does very well there in a tight situation. This is Gascoigne, drowns away through the middle. And the offside flag is up on the far side. Good run by John Brown. It's a flag going up as he moved through.
I would say Laudrup was definitely off. Whether he's taking part in the pass is the other debatable thing, but I think Brown done well initially.
It's 80 minutes played. Rangers still leading by 1-0. Rangers can just hold this now with the superior goal difference, even if Celtic win again next Saturday in their match against Hearts at Parkhead. Rangers still keep their noses in front as they go into the game against Hibs at Easter Road next Sunday. Just a bit frustrating for Celtic. They just can't get their noses in front, but perhaps Aberdeen have still some damage to inflict here. They've got just under 10 minutes to do it. Joe Miller. It's behind for the goal kick. Scott Booth making the challenge. Well, Scott Booth. Just wonder about his overall fitness. He's had his problems this season. Just turned 24 there in December. And now in his 8th season with the Dons.
Very important run-in for Scott Booth now, Jerry, with obviously the championship finals coming up this summer. They want to get himself established as one of the main strikers again, and by doing that he's got to score goals.
Played out by Ian Ferguson. You can see the tension and the strain. This is Brian Grant for Aberdeen. Switching the play away to the far side, it's Charlie Miller who's back doing some defending. It's away by Craig Moore, up to Gascoigne. Robertson comes in support. But, he pulled out of the run just before Gascoigne get it through into that area. Rangers are in the driving seat at the moment.
Tremendous willing runners, Rangers. McCall and Robertson just went at random again as soon as Gascoigne got time there.
Ian Ferguson has got through a power of work this afternoon as well. There's a high boot by David Robertson, and the referee's running in to just calm things down. Very high boot indeed by the Rangers defender against Paul Bernard. Just swung at him there. The yellow card has been shown, and he's perhaps a fortunate man, just a bit wild with that one. No need for it.
He's a very fortunate man. He's no intention of going for the ball at all there, Robbo. And he's caught him as high as right into the rib cage. He's very lucky just still to go on the pitch.
Absolutely no need for it either. And happily for Aberdeen, Paul Bernard is back on his feet, and Aberdeen have the free kick. And a lot of movement in the area. Struck there by Glass. Still Aberdeen have it. And that's Charlie Miller just playing it into space for Laudrup to attack. And he's very much on his own. Rangers starting to push players forward. Ian Ferguson, Gascoigne moving through. And almost turned into his own goal there by Gary Smith. Here's Gascoigne. Complete miscue by him. That's behind for the goal kick. Well, Rangers are getting chances to finish this off, and they can't take them. And the ball almost turned into his own net there by Gary Smith. It was Laudrup who sent in the cross, and Michael Watt managed to scramble it away.
It's great skill from Laudrup, but it's a teasing cross. He's got very little support. Miller's broke his neck to get there again.